Vaping is retarded. Vaping is retarded. I vaped for several years. I started in high school. This video is about how to quit vaping. How to quit being gay. As you can see here, this is you. You are chained to a a geek bar, and you are a slave to the geek bar, not the gay bar. You're not a slave to the gay bar. You're a slave to the geek bar. And I am going to teach you how to break the habit, how I broke the habit, and how simple it is to actually break the habit. How all humans operate is they seek pleasure and avoid pain. You have wired yourself as a vapist to seek the pleasure of a vape, inhaling, and avoid the pain of quitting the gay bar. I know it's hard to quit the gay bar, but you're gonna have to if you don't want to be, a vapist, if you don't want to be a vapist. So what you are doing is you are avoiding the pain of quitting and seeking the pleasure of vaping. And I'm going to teach you how to switch that and change your life. Step 1. Create massive pain while vaping. Step 1, create massive pain while vaping. Now this can be psychological or literally physical pain. I don't recommend it, but you can just stick with the psychological. If you can actually get yourself in a state where you feel the pain, you think about the tumors forming in your lungs, the women thinking, what a dweeb. Oh, what a fucking loser. He fucking vapes, what the fuck? Give me your money to these vape shop owners. Just like they're printing money. I know some that own vape. I know some guys that own vape shops or smoke shops. Most of their money is from vapes. They're making millions off of vapes. Your lungs burning and filling with tumors and feeling disgusting like a fucking loser. Now what I did was I actually did physical pain, and that was through screaming. Literally screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm not vaping. I quit. Fuck. And just keep screaming it and screaming it to the point where my throat hurts. And now I am creating an association between vaping and physical pain. So you can, if you have a certain food that you think is absolutely disgusting, you can pull out your vape, get that food, vape, chow down, vape, chow down, vape, chow down, and it has to be a disgusting food. Like you're gonna fucking throw up. Like it literally has to be something you would be disgusted by. So another strategy that I have is for my father who quit smoking, which is as soon as you feel that craving, drop to the floor or go to a wall and start doing push-ups, push-ups, push-ups until you're tired, until you're done. You can't do any more push-ups. You can't do any more wall push-ups. And then you have associated the pain of being tired and exhausted with the thought of vaping. I honestly believe the fastest way is the physical method, but you can also do both. And I believe you can do the physical method and also imagine in your mind you ripping a vape and this how disgusting it is. Make yourself feel horrible. Oh, why would I? Why would I do that? Like, you have to trigger that kinesthetic feeling within your nervous system. That's step one. Create massive pain while vaping. Step number two, create massive pleasure when deciding to quit. What does this mean? This means, woo, let's go, baby. Yes, yes, yes. This is what I did when I was cold calling. I was dealing with horrible people. I associated, I anchored pleasure to this motion, this feeling. Some people do, they anchor it to chest punches. Yes, yes, yes. So to create an anchor association when deciding to quit, when you overcome, when you do that trigger, when you create massive pain and you overcome that craving and you get that win, that's immediately when you need to create massive pleasure when you overcome that craving, when you're like, yes, I did it. You have to, when you overcome it, you have to be like, yes, yes. Think of all the greatest moments in your life. You need to imagine them. You need to imagine them. The best moments of your entire life, when you feel the best. You need to imagine them vividly and anchor them. Yes, 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 yes. Squeeze your fist. Yes. And you're associating pleasure with overcoming the vape. Close your eyes, imagine the crystal clear lungs. The honey is loving all over you. The shredded body because you're so disciplined. A fat wallet because you're not spending money on a vape. You need to imagine. Use your mind. Step number three, daily conditioning. Now for me, the first step, creating massive pain when vaping, was really the thing that got me off of it. And then the massive pleasure right after I enacted. I was like, yes, yes, yes. That was enough. I didn't need step 3 and 4. But some of you might need it. You might have not gotten as strong of a pain or as strong of a pleasure. So we can run through the daily conditioning model. And this should only be necessary for maybe, in my opinion, 2 days, maybe a week, and then you should be good. Good. So let's run through the daily conditioning. So for the daily conditioning, you need to run the pain pleasure movie every morning and every night. The pain pleasure movie every morning and every night. What does this look like? This means when you wake up in the morning, you immediately jump into that pain and pleasure movie. So initially you think of yourself vaping and you're like, you see it. You see the vape entering your lungs as polyps and cancer and tumors and black lungs and, oh my God, I'm such a loser. You feel that pain. And then you think of yourself being a winner. You quit this vape. You throw it in the garbage. And you're like, yes, 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 yes. I defeated it. And you run that cycle every morning and every night. And anytime you get a craving during the day, you drop down and do 20 push-ups or throw ice water on your face. And that is the daily conditioning. You should only need it, in my opinion, for 2 days, maybe a week. But I didn't even need it because the pain pleasure model worked for me right away. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I'm gonna keep sucking on the gay bar. Okay. Number 4, identity shift. This is very simple. For most of you, you probably have some identification with being a vapor, as in not necessarily like, yo, I'm a vapor, but in your mind, when you're trying to quit, it's like, I'm addicted. I can't quit. This sucks. Oh my gosh. I tried quitting so many times. It's so hard. I can't. You need, after you do this, you need to have an identity shift, and this will help with your friends and your friends circle. So you have to disidentify with somebody who even vapes. And Tony Robbins talks about this with smokers. When you ask somebody who like kind of quit smoking, who just kind of quit, like they might be like, do you want to smoke? They might be like, what flavor is that? What brand is that? But when you ask somebody who actually quit smoking, what do they say? They say, no, thank you. I'm not a smoker. They disidentified with that, with being a smoker. They're themselves. They don't identify with being a smoker. They say, no, I'm good. I'm not a smoker. So you need an identity shift. When your friends have a vape, you have to say to yourself, and if they offer you, if somebody offers you, you have to say, no, I'm not a vapist. That one's funny because it sounds like rapist, but you're doing a play on words. Steal that joke. That works perfect. Nah, bro, I'm not a vapist, bro. I'm good. And they'll be like, what? Yeah. So yeah, use that as a joke, and that'll be like a little icebreaker. And they'll be like, all right, whatever. And it'll be a little funny, and they'll screw off. Now, if they keep offering you, then they're scumbags and cut them off. But number 4, identity shift. That's all 4. And the question now is, are you going to leave the gay bar? Are you going to get up out of your stool and say, no more. This is not for me. I am leaving. I am not a vapist. I don't vape no more. I am not a vapist anymore.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women.
What are you gonna do? Let me know if this helps you or anybody, or send this video to somebody who you know is a vapist. Like and follow and share if you had a little bit of fun or if you actually got some value from this video. I am a former vapist, and that's why I made this video, because I learned this shit from Tony Robbins, and I'm just simplifying it and making it funny for you guys. So enjoy.